Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for a brand new episode of the Skylanders Imaginators Soul Seekers series. A series where we're going to be not playing Creation Clash, but instead we are going to be absolutely annihilating this guy at some Creation Clash. I mean, Wolfgang, seriously, are you asking to be taken? Because that's what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you all the same. There you go, you can consider yourself taken, dude. Oh, Pinata? Really? Really, that's how you're going to play it? Well, that was a mistake, because that is what we have Kaos for! Yeah, we're going to go on ahead and take that Pinata back from him, don't mind if we do. Oh, really? Really? You think that's going to do much? Well, no, that for it ain't going to do anything. So what we need right here is a good defense. And our best defense is going to be... Well, we could either use Pit Boss or we could take Bad Juju. Yeah, let's take Bad Juju, because then Flare Wolf will be easy to take back again. So they can either take Bad Juju, and then I will take them using Pit Boss, or they could have took Flare Wolf, and I will take Flare Wolf back using Pit Boss, because Pit Boss has the 3 blades, both down and right, so I could take whatever stone they played next. Unless they played a character at the top right. Either way, my strategy clearly worked, because we won 5-4, so whatever I was doing it correctly. Now let's pop back outside, where we actually have a treasure chest that I failed to open in the previous episode, but we're no longer failing to open it because I've opened it just now. That is what the opposite of failure looks like, because that looks like success. I can breathe it in, smell it, all the gloriousness of success. So let's be Wrecking, because this Wrecking Ball section is better than any section played as the Skylanders named Wrecking Ball. The only thing that will make this section a little bit better is playing it as Wrecking Ball, because then it will be Wrecking Ball utilising a Wrecking Ball. That's the only way Wrecking Ball could be conceived of as anything other than the terrible Skylander that he is, by going through this Wrecking Ball section as Wrecking Ball. Then again, Wrecking Ball is also better as my Smash Hit custom, because Skylander Dude made me a Smash Hit custom where his Wrecking Ball is a literal Wrecking Ball character. And so in that instance, Wrecking Ball is also a good character, being the literal Wrecking Ball for Smash Hit's Wrecking Ball. But otherwise, Wrecking Ball is the single worst entity in the entirety of this franchise. Just like the Magic Round, by simply existing, Wrecking Ball makes this franchise a worse franchise. People who hate Skylanders are probably the people who played as Wrecking Ball, so I couldn't blame them for hating Skylanders. It obviously has nothing to do with Spyro's redesign, or for thousands upon thousands of dollars these toys cost you. No, the reason to hate Skylanders is because of Wrecking Ball. Anyway, I would like to know why that guy didn't die. Like, why are they still with us? How are they still with us? And why won't they die now? There you go. That's so much better. Okay. Bop. And we take out the trash. That's what we're talking about. That was a little too close to comfort, but we will take it there in the end. And what we will also take is the soul of Starcast to be seeking out. We have officially seeked out the soul of Starcast and his flying star, so one hell of fun that. But we're going to preview him to get a small taste of what's to come with a Mightiest legendary character. And just like Pit Boss and Tri-Tip, I reckon Starcast would have made an awesome legendary variant. I'm very surprised that they didn't give him a legendary variant. It makes Dark the only element in Skylanders history without a legendary character. Luckily though, they did miss the opportunity with the Dark element to give it a Dark variant, because we have Dark Sea Shadow? What was I trying to say now? I kind of mixed together the words like Shav and Shadow then. There's too many words, they're confusing me, so perhaps that's what I should do. I should just shh while I'm ahead. Anyway, it would appear as though the area is still fire, but I completely forgot to switch out from airstrike to the fire elemental representatives. That is tragic and annoying. But there's not much we can do about it now, because what's done has been done. A bit like my commentary in the previous episode that kind of ran a little off rails towards the end there. But you know what? Commentary is at its most fun when it gets a little crazy and unfiltered, which is exactly what I'm presenting you with now. So I suppose all what's left to say is you're welcome.
What can I say except you're welcome?
But now with Maui out of the way, let's access the quick shot shrine without further ado.
Somebody call a doctor?
Get him! Oh, we got him alright. Those guys didn't stand a chance. We were too accurate and too quick. Once again, I can't seem to pronounce accurate correctly. First it was Shadow, and now it's accurate. But anyway, every single time I think of the Sea Shadow from Superchargers, I always want to say Sea Shocker instead, because the Sea Shocker is a dragon species from the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. Obviously, How to Train Your Dragon is one of my favourite franchises out there, so that's why I think of the Sea Shocker constantly, when it's the Sea Shocker from How to Train Your Dragon and the Sea Shadow from Skylanders, and the two are not to be mixed up. Well, it sure is convenient that I'm a sensei then, isn't it? So let's pop down the railing, grab some experience that we do not even need, but we're going to grab it anyway because we're badass like that. We take what we want, we do what we want, and we don't even jump on top of the platform because, like with the, balance in platforms from earlier, Dr. Crankcase seems to be miserably failing all of his platforming opportunities. Apparently Dr. Crankcase and platforming in Sky Fortress are just two things that do not mix with one another. Anyway, let's use these balance and platforms to get up to higher levels appropriately, because by you leaning out all the way to the left, it means that the platform is at a higher position when it comes to getting all the way to the right, making it easier to get there in the first place. And there we go.
Another case of crankcase greatness.
I mean, being cranky isn't a good thing, so crankiness, not a good thing neither. I'd rather not have a case of crankiness. But that being said, let's preview the might of Blastatron as we finally have seeked out his souls. We've seeked out the soul of our first undead and our first light characters, which means, I believe, we have at least seeked out the soul, well, we've seeked out the soul of at least one representative of every single element at this point. In terms of senseis, we are still missing water senseis, but that's what we have the water brawler for in their place. Take him out, baby, take him out! Yeah! And speaking of the water brawler, it's time for it to be represented as the water element has popped up. So we need to switch out for the character corresponding with said water element. No questions asked, and we cannot switch out again into the element of the area. Changes once more. Now let's take him out! I want this experience, bro. Take my Falcon Punch to his face. Wow, this is good. I like this. I like this a lot. Die already! You're being very inconvenient and not dying on me right now. That's more like it. We're going to level up as easy as that. But now let's get through this door right here. You remember Dr. Crankcase who was playing us earlier? Well, apparently he's not had enough screen time just yet, because we're going to get to switch back to him all over again. It appears as though this episode is just switching back and forth between Dr. Crankcase and all the other characters currently in the cast. Yeah, there you go. You know what? Getting to play as Dr. Crankcase a little bit longer makes it all worth it in the end, because this character is so much fun to play as. And I love the fact that you can't just mash his primary attack buttons. You have to do much more than that and combine his attacks together, otherwise you aren't going to be very good in combat. You know, it's like Blaze, you can't just mash a primary attack button and win. It's the complete opposite mindset that you have with Trigger Happy, where Trigger Happy is all about pressing the Y button as much as possible. And to be fair, mashing is a particularly fun mechanic as well, but it is elevated when you have to combine that mashing with all of your other abilities.
I'm no mathematician, but that just leaves one more to go.
Actually, you are wrong there, Jetfact. 2 minus 1 is not 1. Everyone knows that 2 minus 1 is actually 3. Your math could not be more incorrect if you tried, which is impressive. It is impressive how wrong Jetpack's math was right there, because it takes a special kind of skill to get your math that incredibly wrong. Anyway, what we get to do next is pop up here, grab ourselves a nice nutritious burger. Not that we even needed it, because Dr. Crankcase is too good for damage. Damage eludes him. Anyway, let's make that jump. Oh, so now all of a sudden Dr. Crankcase can platform just fine. Anyway, we've got ourselves a new head. That's pretty cool. So I think for a challenge as difficult as that, I deserved something grander, but obviously the game doesn't care about what I think I deserve. And water is back, so it's time once again for us to switch back to our very originally named Water Brawler. A name which took me so many brain cells to come up with due to its pure creativity that I have no more brain cells left for anything else. Why else do you think the commentary this episode has been so, shall we say, inconsistent? This is what happens. This is what your commentary becomes when you have no brain cells left. And all my brain cells were instead dedicated to naming this original water brawler. Yeah, let's get him. Ow. Or, you know, alternatively we could just get hit. I suppose that is one thing that could happen instead. Yeah, there you go. Punch into the face. And more punching into the face. Yeah. Get him out of here, man. Get him out of here.
Blast! The hangar doors are locked. Which one?
Well, that's rather inconvenient now, isn't it? So let's open up this chest and see what common gear lies in wait. We got some chain bracer arms. So, in other words, for Imaginator gear that lies in wait is some boring gear. What's not so boring on the other hand is the debut of Blastertron in this here series. And even though after this very short-lived light section we will be playing as Blastertron no longer, despite that, we will still get to see more of Blastertron throughout the rest of this level because we have a Knight Doomlander phase, which normally we would obviously use Blastertron to deal with the Doomlander, but because we have recently unlocked the Undead Knight Imaginator class, we're essentially going to be using him because obviously it is the Imaginators that need to fight off against the Doomlanders that match their battle classes. A Doomlander must be defeated by an Imaginator of its same battle class. After all, those are the rules. For some reason I was thinking back to the Imaginators Versus series where obviously Blastertron would have returned after this light section to fight the Knight Doomlander, as obviously those two battle classes correlate with one another, but in this case, rather than Blastertron, it will be the Knight Imaginator, which means that we're going to move from switching back and forth between Dr. Crankcase and other characters. We're going to shift away from that to instead switch between and back and forth from our Undead Knight and all the other characters. We have the water section, then we have the Undead section, then we have a sensei trying to deal with, and then we've got to switch back to the Undead Knight again for the Doomlander. But I'm too busy thinking ahead that I'm forgetting about being in the moment because I completely forgot to load that second artillery shell, which is something we've got to do before we can get out of here, and I was too busy thinking about getting out of here rather than what I should be doing, which is thinking about what's happening right now. You see, this is why you can't let what has happened with past define you, and this is why you can't think solely about the future. There has to be a balance in life. Obviously, you can't go through things blind. You can't go through things without a plan, because failing to plan is planning to fail. That being said, you shouldn't be focused solely on your future. You've got to enjoy yourself in the moments as well. Otherwise, the moments now will pass you by. And then when you get to those future moments that you were so eagerly building towards, just like the moments now that are passing you by without care, those moments in the now, because you never learned to enjoy the moment, will also pass you by in a flash. Anyway, it's time for us to switch to that water brawler without further ado, before obviously we get to the area where we find the legendary selfie frame, which is where our Undead Knight will be able to return to the might of the Portal of Power.
Engage, defeat, jerks, mode.
Oh yes, I love engage, defeat and jerks mode. That's my favourite mode actually. How did the video game know that was my favourite mode? Very impressive video game that you knew that, very impressive indeed, I'm impressed. I'm not impressed, however, by my own gameplay right now because I'm currently losing, and that is not convenient. Okay, there we go. Now I'm winning again. This is what winning looks like. Let's get them all! Every last one of them! Haha! Or, you know, alternatively, I suppose I could just miss my attacks. I suppose that could also happen. Get him! Yeah, there you go. And we level up to finish off everything else on screen, except this foolish filter over here. Oh, and he has a little friend too! Well, correction. He had his little friend too. Anyway, let's hit both of these. Bingo bongo, grab the foodo. And I've changed my mind actually. Rather than switching out for the Undead Knight here, what I might as well do instead is switch out for Wolfgang, because he can quickly get through the section, and we'll have the sensei prepared for the battle gong that's coming up. It'll mean that I'll have to switch out far fewer times. Because yes, the water element is going to pop up briefly once we get out of here, but we might as well just stick with Wolfgang to save all the faffing about with Skylanders being put on the portal and taken back off the portal again, only to put them back on the portal again. I don't want us back and forth with the characters summoning. It's going to waste time and become very tedious after a while, so I might as well just cut to a chase and stick with Wolfgang to access the battle bond with. Especially since water element, when it becomes more powerful in this upcoming area. It's going to be short-lived anyway, because the sensei element will pop up shortly as well. So yes, we are just going to, for the sake of convenience and saving time, just disobey the rules this one on this one instance, shall we say. Even though you can't even say that with a straight face, because we have broken rules on multiple occasions and not just this one instance, so I suppose breaking rules has become a custom on the series.
I suppose all that's left to do now is head to the bridge.
Yeah, great, thanks for that, Jetpack. Thanks for interrupting the flow of my epic, awesome gameplayness. Now I have to, you know, go through this battle gong. But yeah, I could have just gone through the battle gong immediately. I had to wait for Jetpack to shut up. Something which he struggled doing because Jetpack is not known for his quietness. Yeah, let's take them all out. There you go, that's what we're talking about. Multiple speakers for the win. So we did take a lot of damage right there, that's not cool. Watch out for the big fella, because that's what gave us that much damage to begin with. There we go, we finished them off. And just like that, it might have been close, but in the end that doesn't matter, because all that matters is that we got through it all the same. So let's be going ahead and collecting that there Imaginite. Got ourselves some panelled leather armour, that's pretty neat. But now, let's hit this switch right now. And we're going to take Wolfgang off the portal, because obviously the Night Doomlander is coming up, so we might as well prepare for that in anticipation by placing our Undead Knight onto the portal. And more importantly yet, so this character is incredibly ugly, we have to make sure it survives upcoming conflicts so we can improve upon its design. And to do that, we're going to need to level it up. We're going to do exactly what we did back at Showmont Shores and level up our Imaginator by not letting that experience go to waste. We've unlocked new secret techniques, and we can even place onto our Imaginator ultimate gear, which is exactly what we're going to do before the boss fight proceeds to play itself out.
Every part individually.
Yeah, that's great for letting me know their mastery on, but what we really need to upgrade right now is our weaponry. So we have some additional attack and speed, some additional attack and armor, which is exactly what we want. So it looks like we're going to go with this sapphire sword for the moment being. And for our gear, let's see what headgear we got. So we got some luck and armor, some luck and speed, some more luck, some luck and armor again. Sure, let's get some armor and luck. Why the heck not, right? Can't go much wrong with luck, because that means we'll have a greater chance at shielding some of the nasty blows that the Night Doomlander is inevitably going to hit us with, shall we say. That's a lot of armor and speed. That sacrifices luck. But it's also the best we're going to get, so let's go with some cyborg shoulder pads, or at least the best I can get whilst, you know, being lazy enough to look through this gear and this gear only. I can't be asked to look through it longer than I need to. Excellent. Right, 31 and 12 is the best we're going to get in that category, so now let's check out the leg guards. 35 and 15. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 35 and 15 regardless, except for you, which is 30 and 20, so that's slightly better than all the other buffs. But we really need something with attack power. Oh, and the very first backpack I go to has additional attack power. Or we can sacrifice for speed for additional armor and attack instead. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. Even though we have seen enough of this lionfish backpack already, I don't care. It's clearly the best damn backpack in the game when it comes to giving me the exact buffs it is that I'm looking for. And I'm also going to change its overall theme. Okay, that looks better. So much better by default. Oh no, what we did was change the overall theme. Let's give it golden rays, at least for the moment being, until I can figure out a better design for this Undead Knight. But to do that, we got to first unlock more parts along the way. So we got to ensure this character survives until we unlock more parts, and we can be a lot more creative with it. We won't be limited by which parts we've unlocked. That attack is awful. Let's never use that one ever again.
So strong against my Doomlanders. I mean, never mind.
In fact, pretty much all of these attacks are useless, so let's change those. I'd rather go with the Gladiator, as well as the Skull, and the Spin. There you go. Oh, that is unbelievably better. Get him! Ow, but watch out for that at the end there. That's what we got the Skull for. Skull! Explosion for the win! Yeah, take my secret technique to the face, sucker! Okay, let's get him. Oh, we got him alright! We're now on the next phase, but unfortunately I've taken some nasty hits, which is going to make surviving this a task easier said than done, I'm afraid. Oh, he's going to do that all he likes, that's going to leave him vulnerable, and then I get to attack him. It's basically 3 damage, so please be my guest and keep doing that, you fool. Okay, that attack was going absolutely nowhere. At least nowhere I wanted it to go. That's more like it. The second time I aimed it was much better. It would appear as though just chaining these attacks together is the most efficient way to take down this Doomlander, it seems. So we're just going to keep doing that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it at all. Just like that, we're on for the third and final phase. So now there's going to be a Wrecking Ball introduced into the mix. I'm not. I'm quite enjoying this, actually. I like obliterating your creations, your terrible creations. Yeah, let the Wrecking Ball hit him. Let the Wrecking Ball hit him again. Yes, Wrecking Ball's going to hit him again. I love that Wrecking Ball right now. I love it so much. Thank you, Mr. Wrecking Ball, sir. That's the first and only time you'll ever hear me thanking a Wrecking Ball. Yes! I had no idea that Wrecking Ball was going to hit him. So apparently, for Wrecking Ball, hitboxes are as bullshit for Doomlander as they are for my Skylanders. I love how this game cares about its equality, making sure that Doomlanders get as screwed over by the janky hitboxes as I do. All is fair and equal with the world, it seems. But unfortunately, what's not so fair and equal, neither is going to be as much fun, is the fact that we have the guacamole monster to conclude the episode with. What a lackluster way to end off the episode indeed. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to finish this level, defeat the guacamole monster, and then we're going to call it a day, not just for this episode, but for the entirety of the session as well. I have been recording since the second half of Scholarville, so that's about 4 or 5 episodes. I've lost track already of how many episodes it is exactly, but it certainly is enough to have a backlog of videos prepared.
New headgear.
And here we are with the Doomed Knight Helm. Ooh.
Night weapon.
I quiver with fear. But that being said, this is epic. No, wait. It's ultimate, more like. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. I feel like Smash Bros. All over again. Though Smash Bros. Didn't have any games under the name Rare or Epic, only Ultimate. We should have had Super Smash Bros. Rare or Super Smash Bros. Epic. Imagine how cool a name that would be. Super Smash Bros. Epic. I for one think that would have been, and I quote myself directly, epic. Because, you know, I'm the only one to have ever quoted the word epic before. So therefore it's my quote, that's how it works. I don't make up the rules, I just reinforce them. So here we go, let's initiate defeat the guacamole monster mode. Not my favourite mode, I think I prefer the defeat enemies mode that the water brawler seems to possess. You know, the defeating jerks mode is my favourite mode. No, not incoming, anything but incoming. Okay, I'm mashing about as much as one can mash, but apparently the game doesn't care how quickly I mash, because I am not defeating this guacamole monster very quickly all the same. Because obviously defeating this guacamole monster quickly is asking too much. But boom, we will at least make the salsa go boom. Love to see it, we do. We love to see it. But there is a huge missed opportunity not having Flynn alongside us for this section. Can you imagine just Flynn taunting us with the might of his charisma for his section? It would make it a lot more bearable. And instead we have Jetpack, who has the equivalent personality traits of a plank, as a plank of wood. Even Captain Marvel has more personality than Jetpack, and that's really saying a lot. Now why can't you just die already? Oh, I suppose I got my wish, but we still have 2 more phases to go, which is the part that sucks. But luckily I can at least press best button for your game, the skip button.
That's the key to victory.
So let's take him out with my super cannon. Oh man, my super cannon has expired. Yeah, let's shoot him some more. Watch out the way though. Shoot him some more. Die, 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 die. Thank you. Okay, now we have one more round to go. Yes, here it is. Let's get him. Watch out for the swing and then finish him off, hopefully. Well, it would be if the other guacamole monster wasn't in the way. And now the arm has gone all the way back over there, so if I even catch it up in time, it would be a miracle. Why has it gone to that one over there? They usually almost always go to the ones to the right. Okay, here we go. Let's finish it off. There you go. Now we just have the head to deal with, which is my most favourite part of the fight. Oh, who am I kidding? Every part of the fight is my least favourite part of the fight. Okay, here we go, let's take it out. Why does this exist for you, game? Why do you torture me this way? First it was a magic round, but apparently that wasn't enough. Apparently you hadn't had enough fun making me suffer, so you gave me this. Okay, let's take him out. Let's just say it sure is a damn good thing that I didn't do elemental rounds for the Imaginators vs series as well, because can you imagine how bad it would have been if I also went through all the Imaginator elemental realms, or the sensei elemental realms, meaning that I'd have to play through the magic elemental realm twice, and it would be in a row, something I couldn't even muster for this series. I couldn't muster up the courage to go through the level twice. Okay, let's watch out for the arm. Okay, here we go, let's take out the head some more, we're almost halfway there. Let's make sure not to die along the way, because that means we have to start this phase all over again, and I really didn't want to have to start this phase all over again. That'd be such a massive time waste, and it means I'll be playing the guacamole monster more than I need to. Which is something that I wouldn't dare, you know, torture my own worst enemy with. Let alone myself, it's not something I do to myself. Not even my own worst enemy would I dare expose him to this tyranny. So let's get him out of here already. Oh, mega cannons, that's what we're talking about. I called them super cannons earlier by accident. Or maybe it was on purpose because I hate this section so much that it doesn't deserve to be acknowledged by the correct terms. Yes, let's just say that. Let's just say I was going with that. Now I got hit in the face by a hand. That is rude. Okay, let's watch out for the meatballs. The meatballs of Doom, apparently. Forget the Temple of Doom, it's the meatballs of Doom, which actually exist. Temple of Doom, you know, it's just fiction, it's just a movie. Calm down, it's just a movie, bro. But guacamole meatballs on the other hand, for meatballs of Doom, that is. Yeah, those exist. This is no video game, this is a reflection of reality. Can't you tell it's meant to be a reflection of reality based on just how realistic the physics in this game is?
Indeed.
But that being said and done, in the next episode we're going to tackle both the air and dark elemental realms, so that's something to look forward to. I definitely look forward more to those levels than I did the guacamole fight. But that being said and done, let's roll that outro without further ado. I cannot, in good conscience, end off this video without first thanking all of my incredible channel members whose continued support help make these videos possible. Without them, these videos would be near impossible to make, so from the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate every last one of them. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, there are plenty of options on screen now to explore, and please consider subscribing to keep up to date with all my content. On that note, this video is coming to an end, so thank you so much as always for watching. Until the next video arises, peace!